who told the story was an officer, a U.S. officer. He fought in the Vietnam War. And he was one of this, he belonged to one of the special forces. One of the special forces. He belonged to the Navy SEAL, the Green Beret as well. He formed in Green Beret. He was a Marine, one of Marine as well. He did those 4 forces. And in the war in Vietnam, he helped. He was active. He was an active soldier. But in the end of the war, the Americans, they retreated. They left Vietnam, and there was just a war between the Vietnamese, the North Vietnamese communists, against the South Vietnamese. But the Americans, they left advisors to help form the armies, the South Army, South Vietnamese Army. And this person, concretely we're talking about, he was one of the advisors that stayed back. And he was helping form a battalion, I believe. And the situation was what? The South Vietnamese army was retreating, and the North communist Vietnamese were advancing. And they took a bridge, the communists, Vietcongs, they took a bridge that was very strategical at that time. That was built, this bridge was built by the Americans. And it was the way that Americans would use to go out from Saigon, the capital back then, capital of the South Vietnam, to do their battlefields, to go to war. But this bridge completely was conquered by the Vietcongs. So they found out that in a little while, in a couple of days, they're going to bring a division of tanks, I believe, to come into the capital of Saigon. So this person, this U.S. officer, he could not participate physically, as in like he couldn't shoot, he couldn't have guns, he was an advisor, he couldn't do anything. But he knew that this was very strategical. He knew that they had to blow that bridge, because blowing that bridge would delay the entrance of the communists in Saigon. And that means he would save lives. So he volunteered, I will do this, because since he knew he was a professional soldier, an elite professional soldier, he knew where to put bombs in certain points of the bridges so that it can crumble. So he said, I'm going to do that. So he arranged with a couple of people, with the people that were serving him. He wasn't going in with any weapons. He went with dynamite. And he said that I'm going to plant this dynamite on the bridge. But as always in war, nothing goes as planned. And what was planned was that it was going to go at nighttime, in the morning, I'll say around like 3 o'clock in the morning, plant the bomb, and that exploded. But as always, nothing was planned. And it was already broad daylight. And on this day, they knew that the division of tanks were coming in. So he had to blow this bridge. But he did not have the cover of darkness. So resuming the story is very interesting, but resuming the story, he runs with a whole bunch of dynamite. He's running, and the bridge is on top and there's a valve. And he starts to run. And the Vietcongs, when they saw the person, like, who's this man by himself running there? And they see him do it all. Like, what's this man doing? All of a sudden, he sees him jumps over the barbed wires, all cut, jumps over the barbed wires, and that's when they knew, oh, he's going to try to destroy the bridge. This way. So they start firing. And he climbs up, and he had dynamite on. He starts to put dynamite, and he's swinging on the bridge. And the Vietcongs, they perceive that he's going to try to blow the bomb out of the bridge. So they start to shoot under the bridge. And he's doing this. He puts it there, and he goes back, he checks the wires, and he runs back down. He swings back to the other side. He runs back down, he runs across the field. This time, they were already shooting RPGs against him. Like he told the story. After Jesus gets it, he jumps over barbed wires as well. He gets back there. He's all bleeding, and he looks at the South Vietnamese personnel that was there. It's like, now, it's like, okay, you can detonate the bomb now. Because he couldn't do it because it was advised. So he looked at the Vietnamese, like, well, you can do it now. So all of a sudden, the Vietnamese, he's like, okay. Nothing happens. It's like, try again. He tries to put it down. Nothing happens. And I was just like, no, I can't. I did something wrong. It's like, I have to go back. And the Vietnamese, it's like, you're crazy. You're not going back there. You're not even going to reach there again. Like, I have to go back. It's to save lives. So he runs back. He was already crazy to go there, right? The first time. The second time was ludicrous. Crazy. He runs back, he jumps over again, but this time they're shooting at him. And all of a sudden he finds out the problem. He fixes it. He runs back down. He runs back to the person. He had minor scratches, bleeding, but he didn't have any. He got shot. And he calls the Vietnamese friend. He's like, now you can detonate. Boom! And it explodes. Because of this act that he did, he saved thousands of lives. It took a while for the Vietnamese to come to find another way to enter Saigon at that time. And he saved thousands of lives. But what was more impressive, his story is very impressive, but what was more impressive was that what he said. He said that. He told this story to a couple of members back then. He said that. From the beginning until the end of this mission that he did, he always kept saying, Jesus and Mary will get me. Jesus and Mary will get me there. And he's swinging. He said that when he's swinging, the only thing that he was saying, repeating, Jesus and Mary will get me there. That means we have to be like him. We have to be those heroic souls that with the name of our Lord Jesus Christ and our Lady, we have to detonate, blow up this bridge that sometimes, this cursed bridge that sometimes we have linked with the devil and linked with God. We have to put what our Lord commands us in act. Because if we do that, we build our foundation, the rock called Mary and Jesus. Let us ask this grace. Let us ask this grace to the Blessed Virgin Mary that we who are practicing Catholic, or those Catholic that wants to leave sin, a life of sin, let us ask this grace to Our Lady, that she gives us this grace, give us this courage that we saw in the story here. This is courage that we may always invoke her name. Always invoke, not only in time of distress, in time of joy as well. That her name be our foundation, and that is what is going to give good fruits. The good fruits that we bear is to our name. Let us ask this, and I'm going to pray especially for this officer who died. Yes, he died after the war. Not because of the war, though, but he died. And this offer, as well as this Mass, Holy Mass, his rested soul, peace that he received, Our Lady may recompensate him for this act of what we have.
This homily highlight was offered to you by the Heralds of the Gospel. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. Do not hesitate to leave a comment down below. Thank you.